What's going on, paisanos? V here. So on today's market watch, I got a bunch of cards moving around the market, a lot of buyouts happening, and I think we still see a lot of things like a buyout happen and the price didn't go down. Like people bought out, and I guess they decided to hold on to these card prices as opposed to throw them back on the market. And let's say a card gets bought out, like Nekroz, for example, is a great example. $9.50. This card was bought out a while ago. Came out in Star Trek Blast. The market was showing to be about $9.15, and yeah, it's about $9.50. Like, it has not changed. We're not seeing a lot of walls besides one at $10, but like, I feel like the market, and I'll show some more cards about that as well. Whoever's doing these buyouts, the people, individuals, stores, vendors doing these buyouts are just holding these cards afterwards. What we used to see is people do a buyout and they go, yeah, it didn't work. Oh well, the card was $1. I'm gonna make $5 on it, so quick cash, let's do it, boys. They're not doing that anymore. We're seeing card prices stabilize and hold price, which is very interesting in the market. And I feel the reason why that is because I feel like vendors in stores, and everybody who's doing these are just evolving. They're realizing, hey, you know what, in the tree of cherries, yeah, I could sell it right now for $9 as a card used to be $1 buying a special, or I could wait until the next hype and see the card go even higher in the market due to the fact that there aren't that many listings, because either A, I control majority of these listings, or B, I can make even more money. It could be a conjunction of both. So it's really interesting to see how that works on the market. I've been noticing this for a while. It's just hard to like really pinpoint in the market. I asked around, talked to some people, and that seems to be the overall consensus. Before I begin the market watch, I want to say thank you to everybody who's a Patreon. If you're not a Patreon, check the link below. Join, become a Patreon. It's really simple. After this month, I'm changing my VPAC and VKit Patreon tiers, and I'll be having noob tiers come in. So definitely join in, check it out, hang out, relax, put your shoes up, and I appreciate it. Also got links for Discord, Twitter, Instagram, all that stuff could be down below in this video. I would love it if you guys check it out, hang out, appreciate. And whoever comments first evidently is the winner, unless you resolve it backwards and he's the first loser. I don't know how that works. Anyway, guys, onto the market watch. Looking at the cherries, it did that. Looking at cards like Tuning, Ultimate Rare. Another card, all it does is add a synchro monster from your deck to your hand. It came out on Star Trek Blast as well. It's an Ultimate Rare. Market price showing to be about $13, but it's not. Lightning plays about $18 after that one. The next one up is a near mint at $22 for an ulti Tuning. Now, I guess this card, one could make an argument, well, V, Tuning could be good when we get the plant link come April. I guess so. Are we are we doing debris plants with links, or are we just doing link plants? I thought we were doing link plants, but evidently when I see cards like Tuning, it reminds me back into like the days of like debris plants, which was like all the rage. Next, guys, looking at Maxx C, the card that didn't come off the ban list. We have to address this card. We have to talk about this card, because if not, by the time the next ban happens, this card's price is most likely going to be going higher in value, especially for the ultimate rare version of Maxx C. Current price point of this card in the market is about $111, but that's not true. It's about $125. Hopefully you can find it cheaper. As far as how many to buy this, that's a great question. I don't know. You know, the way KONAMI moves, they could put Maxx C to 1, 2, or 3. I think Maxx C should go to 3, in my opinion. I've said in the last ban list, I was a little hesitant going, you know what, it could go to 2. But if Maxx C went to 3, I wouldn't be surprised. And yeah, I definitely can see it going to 3. Does that mean you should spend $125 on 3 ulti Maxx Cs? Yes. Get your tax refund money. Do it. No, I'm joking. Listen, Maxx C is very highly overpriced after Master Pack 4, and I wouldn't recommend you spending this kind of money. A little fun fact, and I kept mentioning over and over again when initially got on the ban list, a store, not an individual, well, technically an individual, but a store bought Maxx C out. I know this for a fact, 100%, and this is why we're seeing this card at such a heavy and high price. The minute it comes with the ban list, I guarantee you the thing about Maxx C's price will actually drop, because that store will take its price point and throw it all on the market. And to compete to be the lowest price point, it'll still make profit, but it's going to want to make it at a better angle at a lower price than its current unlimited near mint price, which is $125. If that makes any sense to you guys. If I could buy a ton of Maxx C's at $50 when they first got hit in the ban list, go on in the market, throw them on for $100 a pop, I'm making 100% value. Well, after shipping it, actually. Whatever. I'm making good value. And not only am I making good value, I'm the cheaper price point on the market, in a market which is starving for Maxx C if it was to come off to 3. So I think that's the mentality. I could be wrong, but I don't think I am. Look at the Maxx C from Storm of Ragnarok. The secret rare, market price going to be about 21, average about 22. We round this bad boy up. Market price going to be about $25. It's still higher. For first edition secret Maxx C, it's insanely high actually. It's about $48 to $50. Now here's the weird thing I wanted to ask you guys actually, and I put this in my Yugioh Market Facebook group. If you guys aren't part of it, join it. Links will be in the description. But what if Maxx C? Well, so actually, what would you think would be the next 3 OTS pack ultimate rares? Now, I could see Konami making Maxx C an ultimate rare in an OTS pack. And before you go, whoa, V, I don't think so. Why not? They've reprinted their ultimate rares. This would be the first time they reprinted an ultimate rare again in a Konami exclusive pack. I'll give you that. But look at Vanity's Fiend. It had an ulti, and Konami was like, "I'll just make another ulti. I don't care. It's been too long." And Konami can easily do that in another OTS pack 10 or whatever the hell it is. By the way, if you guys want to know when the next OTS pack is coming out, the estimates average around April. Beginning of April is when the OTS packs come out for the new OTS or Konami exclusive pack. Going back to Maxx C though, we can even see his card reprint as an ultra rare in Power Duelist. Think about it. They did the same thing with Solemn Judgment. Solemn Judgment was a nice good card. They're like, you know what? We're going to reprint it. Boom. Good times with the sales. Same thing with Imperial Order. You wouldn't think they would do this to Maxx C as an ultra rare? Power Duelist Ultra Rare would definitely make Maxx C more valuable than the Legendary Collection 5D's Ultra Rare, which is currently around $12. This card price is going to drop down. In fact, these two are going to maintain value and stabilize until we see moving out the ban list. The rest of these, in my opinion, are going to take in value. Collector's 10 Maxx C is about 5. Premium Gold should not be worth anything. Commons are worth about $4. I'm telling you right now, if it's Ultra Rare under for Maxx C, it's worthless. Sell it. Get rid of it. You don't need it. Next, Brother of the Five Fields Horse Prince. Market price showing this card to be about $6, and we're looking over here. It's actually around $14. A little bit down from its $15 price point, but still money. I think Brother of the Five Fields Horse Prince is still a good card. I think Yugioh players obviously jumped in on this card, and for the most part, hopefully, if you are a Yugioh player who went to your store's dollar binder, you went and snagged a bunch of these because your dollar card became $15, $14 overnight. Hell, if you sold it at 10, you're plus like a bandit. Keith. Next, guys, Hero the Arclight's making moves in the market. I don't know why. I can't wrap my brain around this card making any moves in the market, but it is. Market price showing the original version to be roughly around $7. We got the 2015 Megaton one roughly around $8. Both of them are higher than the current price points, hitting almost near $9. The original print from New Challengers, which is around $7, is actually hitting around $10. Oh, the limited edition, whatever. It's about $10. Hero the Arclight is going higher in value, and the prices of these and the values of these, the quantity is what I'm trying to go for. Yeah, it's going small and small and smaller. I don't think that Hero the Arclight is controlled by a small group. I think it's controlled by a majority of Yu-Gi-Oh players, but the majority of Yu-Gi-Oh players holding one Hero the Arclight still doesn't equate to this card being at such a high value. So I think there's definitely Yu-Gi-Oh players out there, vendors, stores, that have a huge hold on this card. But nevertheless, there's a good amount of Yu-Gi-Oh players that hold these cards in singles. And that's why the price is not $30 as opposed to where it currently is right now at $9. Up next, Knightmare Corruptor Blee. Anyway, market price on this will be about $30. Looking down over here, first edition in mint, $38. By the way, that's where it starts from. Unlimited 40? Weird. Anyway, Knightmare Corruptor or Blee, whatever, is a really good card, but I'm not sure if it's going to see any kind of meta play in the future of Yu-Gi-Oh! With that said, Konami can easily make this a reprint in Power Duelist, or reprint it in the next Battle Legend set that comes out around Nationals, so I think this card's actually going to be going lower in value. Knightmare Corruptor Blee, definitely I've seen play in the past, but for its current high overprice point, it's not worth it. This set does have infinite permits, which we know is getting a reprint. Why would it not be surprising? We just see this card get a reprint, or the Knightmare cards get a reprint. In fact, Unicorn getting a reprint at Ultra Rare is good to lower its $40 price point, jumped up about $5 from its $35 price point. But looking at cards like Vampire Sucker, World Legacy Succession, Top Electric's Bay, or any of the Knightmare monsters getting a rarity bump to Ultra Rare would be good and help promote Power Duelists. It'd be a smart move by Konami. Speaking of World Legacy Succession, Mark Brush had this card be about 10, and for the most part, it stabilized around 10 for a good amount of time. Well, right now, it's actually hitting near $14 for World Legacy Succession. Everyone's really excited about the Guard Dragons teaming up with, what deck is it? Boom, Crusaders. We're seeing that variant run around right now. If you go on YouTube, you can find out those deck profiles. And it's really cool stuff, but I still don't think it's good enough. But we would have to see what happens if the White Sets come this weekend. Also, guys, goddamn word. Metafis. as a Metafis. Assignment Metafis. Listen, Konami, stop. Okay? Okay? Put a space between these. Awesome Metafis. Look at that. Doesn't that sound nice? Awesome Metafis. Anyway, this card is Ultra, which came out on Circuit Break, had a market price around $1 to $2 max. Looking at it right now, it's going up high in value. It's about roughly around $6. Hi, Dollar Binder. Can I find this dumbly named card? Good. It's $6 and I'm going to buy $1 for it. That's what you should be doing when you go to your locals. Up next, guys, looking at how code Link structure decks, which I got in my store, so if you're one of my customers, yay. Anyway, the structure is selling for roughly around $10. Lady Debug is hitting near $7. Now, there is a war 63 at $6.80, but I think, I could be wrong, I'm not, by the way, but I could be wrong, it's not going to happen. This is what I'm telling you, it's not going to happen. I could be wrong, no. This card's going to get bought out crazily. In fact, to look over and see Power Code Link structure decks, I think these are going to be a new things being bought out because this card has hit such a high price point. It's currently near that. I mean, these are on 7s. That's $8 for 2 cards. You cannot get the Effect Villa, the Terraforming, the 1-for-1, the Phantom Skybounce, the Scapegoats, the Goblin Birds, you know, decent staples, and just buy these 2 cards. Or you can spend an extra $1 or $2 and get a bunch of staples. And I feel like with Lady Debug going up and higher in value because of Salamander Greats are getting a structure deck, you get a place you're going to be coming around to the locals and buying multiple structure decks. I mean, it's up to you what you want to do. If you want to run 1 Lady Debug, 2 or 3, but you definitely need to get the new Salamander Greats structure deck because you want to get Ash in it. As far as the Lady Debug's price, well, most locals can crack this and sell these singles online, or they're going to sell the structure deck. I would recommend place to buy this. It's just a smarter move in my opinion. Also, Ash is a good card, but if you have Ash already, you don't need 3, I'm thinking. Could be wrong, though, but I'm not. Anyway, guys, Jet Sync was another card that will come out into play with Crystal Needle Fiber for Salamander specifically because it's a fire monster. Has a little bit of that synergy. Also, Jet Sync was a card that got reprinted in OTS Tournament Pack 9 as a common, but if you want this high rarity, it's about $3. That's it. $3 is a high rarity. Comes out super rare. Comes out in the structure deck. So it's up to you whether you want to start working on getting this card now, or you can wait and see what happens and just play your common ones. You plebs. Listen, when Crystal Needle Fiber comes out and it sees play in Salamander Greats, you can run commons. I mean, your whole deck is a star deck. Your whole deck is worth almost nothing. Or you can max rarity a star deck, which is I always find pretty really cool. Looking like Domain Monarchs back in the past. But moving forward on Jet Sync run, market price is about $3, and there's a bunch of them on the market right now. I mean, you got 6s and 9s all over the place, and you just need one of these cards. So I would hop on getting this as soon as possible, just in preparation for when Crystal Needle Fiber does come out. Pot of Desires pretty much got bought out. Had a market price roughly around $10. Looking at the market right now, it's almost at $13, and unlimited to 25s. First edition is 25s, and here we have it. You know what I'm gonna say. If you're new to the channel, let me explain. Unlimited and first editions for any card that has value cannot be the same. They cannot be the same. Only 1 or 2 things will happen. The first edition will go higher, and the limit would follow, or the limit would fall, and the first edition will compensate for that fall. What I'm seeing right here is the opposite. I'm opposite of this, the latter. I think the first edition version of Pot of Desires is going to increase, and their limit's going to increase. What can stabilize this? Well, remember in the beginning of the video when I talked about OTS Pack 10, or any OTS Pack done by Konami that can or cannot come out in April, roughly April 3rd to the 6th? Well, Pot of Desires is a card that can absolutely be an Ultimate Rare. I've been saying that almost every time I talk about Ultimate Rares, or anytime I talk about OTS packs in general. Pot of Desires should have been Ultimate Rare, and the fact that Konami has not done it yet is just mind-blowing. Obviously, the Pot of Extravagance is relatively new, and I would ideally want that to be the Ultimate Rare, but it's not going to happen. But looking at Pot of Desires, it should be an Ultimate Rare. I mean, think about it, guys. We have dualities of Ultimate Rare. What's going on with Pot of Desires? Little fun fact, Pot of Desires Ultimate Rare will never go under $40, ever. Just throwing it out there in case it somehow stops seeing play, and in the future you go, it's $40. Why is it? It's never going to go under 40. Look at duality. Anyway, guys, looking at Levier, the Sea Dragons, market price is about $9.40, and Unlimited Late Play is about $9.50. First edition Leviers, you say? Well, I'm so glad you asked. About almost $15. This card was virtually worthless about a year ago. You can probably get your first edition Leviers for anywhere from $4 to $6. I know, because that's where I got mine's at. Yay! First edition Levier is beautiful. Obviously, Unlimited is a little bit cheaper. You can go on Unlimited, which is going to run you about $13 on... Oh, I'm sorry, no. Unlimited Leviers, which is going to run you about $9. Or you could spend upwards of $14 for a first edition, extra $5. Now, for a lot of you guys, might not want to spend extra $5. You still can get an unlimited one. Just note, guys, that when it comes down to cards going higher in value or getting bought out, the initial buyout will have unlimited and first edition go pretty much near, but what will maintain a high value would always be the first edition. While will be the one that will sell the fastest will be the first edition. While will be the best version for us rarity horse, first edition. Unlimited means you're just not good enough. Yeah, I need to do a video about the rarity horse and mentality, because we go through a lot. We get crapped on a lot by Yu-Gi-Oh players and by poor kids, but it's rough being a rarity whore. When your card comes out, we have to go, all right, what's the most expensive one? All right, I play 3 of those. I'll take 3 of those. Where you guys can play comments and feel good about yourselves. I actually have a lot of buddies that I want the lowest rarity. They actually prefer that. Or gold rarity, like my friend Walker. I love high rarity. It's just something about it. And it's not, and once again, it's not for you. It's for me. I don't know. Maybe because when I was a little kid and I have a lot of money growing up, and now, not that I have a lot of money, but now I have the ability to buy some of these higher cards. I want them. I don't know. It's a weird thing about it. Anyway, moving forward, guys. Look at Secret Forces and Nekroz in general. We saw Nekroz Buyouts hit insanely high value. Current price points are roughly around $53, doubling its market price. Nekroz Trishula stabilizing, being about 25, actually going a little bit lower than its market price, and Valk going lower than its market price. Excuse me. Why the Bionic? Well, it's the hardest one that for value wise. It was the most sorted out one around the time of Secret Forces. Second, next to Nekroz of Valkyrs, which is another highly sorted card. The difference about these two cards is that they're getting reprinted. Anyone going crazy and buying Nekroz is just spending a lot of money now to play a deck now that's going to do nothing now. I feel like with Nekroz, they're going to need more unlocks in advance in order to see any kind of viability in play. It is fun to build a Nekroz deck in max rarity and have the feels, do you remember the times this deck used to do things? I get it. I love the deck a lot too. But to pay that kind of crazy money for Nekroz is insane. The fact that Nekroz cards are going lower in value tells me and tells you and tells the market, well, it's the market saying it, that people are listing the cards down in the market, even though they're going higher. They initially went high in value, they're going back down. The hype is drying up, and Nekroz cards are harder to sell and easier to list. That's why. Up next, guys, looking at Pot of Extravagance. Market price showing to be about 78, and it's holding around 78 price point. Not many listed. Now, if you're an OTS store, you should be getting your booster boxes of Savage Strike come within, what's today, Tuesday? The earliest I would say is Wednesday. Europe's different than us here in the States. I would say Wednesday. I've heard stores get it today. So we might see some of these cards from Savage Strike start dropping a little bit. But I don't think Pot of Extravagance would be one of those cards. I mean, let's be honest with you. It's a card you need 3 of. It's a card that's a mandatory 3 of in the majority of the decks. And we have a YCS coming up this week. And Regional Season is right around the corner for a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh players. I don't see Pot of Extravagance dropping that low. As far as where it will go, after the whole initial hype and everything dies down, I can easily see this card hitting roughly around $75. It's not a significant drop. And the reason why is because it's still a needed card. Until we have a way to really stop this card, this is the new Pot of Duality. The new Pot of Desires. It's the Pot of Extravagance. It's weird how that works. Now, as far as what happened to this card in future prices, as the meta shifts, absolutely it's going to go down in value. No doubt about it in my mind. It'll hit about maybe $35 to $40. And the reason why is because decks might need the extra deck and rely more on the extra decks. I'm not sure if Salamangreat will really want to run Pot of Extravagance. I highly doubt they would. But there's a lot of decks that can run it that are currently going to be meta. I think Guru Control is going to be a meta deck. All the guys can easily still run Pot of Extravagance. They don't care about the extra deck as much as many other decks out there do. And with that said, Extravagance will go lower in value. Oh yeah, please make sure to subscribe if you haven't subscribed already. Hit the like button. Next, guys, Fantastical Dragon Phantasme. Market price showing to be this card roughly around $58. Look in the market, it's about $68 for this card. This is a phenomenal card. I think it's going to see play in a lot of decks this weekend. But I don't think it's going to maintain being its high price point. In fact, after the YCS, I wouldn't be surprised if this card dropped down in value. Not that this card's a terrible card, but this card cannot sustain its high value. For a $69, $68 to almost $70 card, it better damn well do some good things. I'm talking infinite impermanence out the gate, early set. Yu-Gi-Oh players playing it, good things. And I don't think it's going to do as good as infinite permanence right out the gate. With that said, this card will still see play, but definitely drop down in value, expected to happen. Which Strike's my favorite card from this set, and for a different reason than everyone thinks. First of all, the market price shows it being about 48, and we're seeing it here for about 47. That's nothing. This card was roughly around $69 at this weekend at the sneak preview. Hopefully you guys pulled it. I think it's a great card still. Not in every deck, but in general, a good card. Now, the reason why it's going so low in value is because I think it's an easier secret rare to pull, as opposed to Pot of Extravagance. With that said, I think Witcher Strike is a card that might see side deck play, but not main deck play. It'd be really weird if it did see main deck play. What the thing about Witcher Strike that I like a lot, though, is it's a blowout card. And I like blowout cards, but I don't think it should be at a high price point for this card due to the fact that the requirements of this card is pretty stringent. But I don't know, guys. You let me know about Witcher Strike. Are you maining it? Are you siding it? Comment below. And oh my god, you're in the comments below. You're typing? You're using your keyboard thingy? Hey, listen, there's a little thing over there to subscribe. Why don't you click on it? Why don't you hit the like button too, okay? Because if you don't hit the like button, your dad's not coming back from the store. Seriously, he's not getting sick because you don't even smoke. Up next, Psychic Wheeler. Why is there a D there and an extra E? Like, it should have been like Psychic Wheeler. That'd have been so cool, because if you watch the Yu-Gi-Oh show, ESP Roba, and Joey Wheeler, did anyone not put that together, or just me? Like, Psychic Wheeler sounds amazing. The fact that there's a D-E in it, Konami, you couldn't just hit backspace on 2 letters? Moving forward, though, looking at Psychic Wheeler, market price trying to be about $28 to $29. It was really higher than that in the market yesterday. Looking at it right now, though, the card's actually being around $24. I think this card might go back up in value. I just have a weird feeling about it. I think we're going to see a lot of decks abuse this card, and if we do see a lot of decks abuse this card, not only would it go up in value, but I wouldn't be surprised if this card gets bought out. It's a really good card still, and I think a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh players that are looking to play decks that run level 3s like Burning Abyss, well, kind of going to want one of these, or 3. Moving forward, guys, Borderlord Savage Dragon. Price point showing this card to be $24. A little bit down from its $25 market price. And it's the same thing. Nothing really changed for this card for the most part. I think it's a card everyone needs one of if you are playing decks that can pilot this card properly. But that's it. And what I mean by that, it has to be meta. Because if you're a casual player and you have a $25 card, so casual players mentality, it's not value 25, it's this card gave me a lot of shitty casual cards so I could build amazing casual decks and or speed duel decks, because I think it's kind of meant for casuals. Even though I'm loving speed duels, I'm actually enjoying it a lot, and I might have a deck profile coming up for you guys in the future. Up next, guys, Legendary Hero Collector sets, the decks, nah. Okay, so this is still worth nothing, but Rusty Bardiche is actually starting to get bought out a little bit. Now, obviously there's 80 and 80, so not bought out fast enough, but nevertheless it's a card people are buying into because they want to do that little Bardiche negate. Dante's Common's worth nothing. Nothing's worth nothing in here, and it's because the secondary market ripped this card apart. Literally, I mean, this box apart. If the secondary market didn't rip this box apart as much as it did, cards will have value. This is just greed within stores, and as a store myself, I don't blame them. I think this is what they should do. It's just Konami messed up big time by having that shipping error, and it just murdered this box set. Moving forward, I'll talk about a card nobody knows about. Overwhelm came on Raging Battle, only in Raging Battle, as a secret rare. Overwhelm says, activate when you control a face-up level 7 or higher monster that will tribute summon. Negate the effect of a trap card, or affect monster card and destroy it. I think this is a pretty cool card. I just wanted to put it out for you guys because a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh players might not know what it is. Unlimited Lightning Play is 91 cents. First edition Lightning Play is $4. The event's going to run you about $4.66. I don't know. Something about this card is really cool. I like this card a lot, and to be honest with you, I might get myself a playset. I'm not sure if I'm going to buy it or not yet. I just like the artwork of the card, and I don't know. Something about it just rings out to me, and I feel like I just needed to explain it to you guys in case you guys didn't know about it. Helping you out. Summon limit is now $3. Market price showing this to be about $2 common. Wrong! $3. 3 pesos for a common. The reason why is, well, even though that a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh players don't know what Superior Group Control does, Group Control can play Summon Limit. In fact, in my build, which I have right on yonder, I'll have a deck profile coming out soon for this, I run Summon Limit. I think it's a phenomenal card. Summon Limit and Ghost Match equals stop what you know, you can only do this, and you can only do this so many times, the deck. I don't know, something about Summon Limit and Ghost Matches is so fun to play, especially when Group Control can recycle their negates. Good times. Anyway, guys, you better go look through your quarter box of Summon Limit now. It was like $2 before, and I was like, look through your quarter box. It's $3. Look through your goddamn quarter box. Yeah, those cards smell. They're old, but look through them. 25 cents. Clock Tower Prism. I talked about this card a while ago, and look at the market price of $6 for the ultimate rare card from Enemy of Justice. I am wrong. No, it's not 6. it's bought out. Looking at Clock Tower Prisons, $25, guys, for them. I wonder if you did the bar out, my friend. After that, it's Iron Wolf with $46 for Clock Tower Prison. It's an old school ultimate rare. Let's be honest, that only collectors want. This is not something for a competitive player. It's not something for an average Yu-Gi-Oh player. This card is specifically for a collector. So if you ever find someone trade binder, ultimate rare Clock Tower Prison, even unlimited, you might want to pick it up. Next, Zaborg, the Mega Monarch. So with Nekroz coming out, and every Yu-Gi-Oh player getting really excited about this, people are like, I could play Zaborg. Looking at 2015 Zaborg, its market price is about $29. Looking at the new challenges, its market price is about $29 to $30. It's trash. I know I said to sell it before, and I'll say to sell it again. Listen, I don't think this card's good at all. I think this card's useless. Then again, I think Nekroz is not a good deck. I have this weird idea that since my deck's not fully unlocked, it can't play properly. Sorry, it's just not good of a deck compared to other Yu-Gi-Oh decks in the meta. With that said, Zaborg's a card you need to sell. If you didn't sell it when I said it last, or you're going to sell it now, when are you going to sell it? After the card gets a reprint? Sell this card. Seriously, it's worth this. For anyone that got upset about selling a card when I initially said to sell it, I'm sorry. Nobody saw Zaborg, the Mega Monarch, going up in value. Really? You saw a random guy over there? Smart ass guy, your locals. I saw Zaborg. It makes perfect sense. Really, douchebag? Not infinite permanence going up in value, or pot of extravagance being a money card? No, Zaborg. Listen, this was a good card, and obviously went up higher in value, and I think that a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh players that held Zaborg that didn't listen to me should sell now. But then again, that's what I said last time, and the reason I said it last time is because this card's insanely overpriced. Next, Ancient Gear Fusion. The card that came out, Legendary Duelist Ancient Millennium. $32 market price, going higher and higher and higher. It's about $69. And you can tell this was bought by a 15-year-old, because $69, I get it, adorable. Looking at other cards from Legendary Duelist Ancient Millennium, you got Crystal Bonds, which is 22, and after that one's gone to 27. Millennium's are restricted about 20s. Kakuna Ultra Evolution is about 17. Still stabilizing, even though Injectors are doing nothing. Just the fact that Injectors got 3 Injector Hornets is going to stabilize. Toon Kingdom used to be $5. We're seeing it roughly around 11. Old school HM Millennium is doing some moves. Now, here's my question for everybody out there. Do you think post Legendary Duelist sets can do the same moves, can grow in the same value as Ancient Gear Fusion, as well as other cards in Legendary Duelist, post-Legendary Duelist HM Millennium? Well, I think it can. And I wouldn't be surprised if it does. If it relates to anything GX era, the collectors currently right now, that's what they're going in on, is GX era cards. I wouldn't be surprised to see stuff like Ancient Gear Fusion, Crystal Bond, and other future sets of Legendary Duelists get dried up in the market where Yu-Gi-Oh collectors just buy them out and control that share. These cards are useless in competitive Yu-Gi-Oh, even though I do want 3 Crystal Bonds, but guy ain't paying that amount of money. These cards are useless, but at the same time, this is what we have to deal with. It's weird for collectors. Collectors are a whole weird mentality. Comment question of the day. By the way, if you want to have your comment question read, please make sure to hit on the subscribe button, like button, and comment, all that jazz. I'll read your comments most likely in my next Market Watch. I promise, Mom. Gallo. I'm going to go with Gallo. It sounds Spanish. Gallo Rizaga says, do you play in tournaments in your store? 2 question marks, because 1 ain't enough. Well, the short answer is yes, but the long answer for any kind of sanctioned competitive KONAMI events is no. No, I cannot play in tournaments in my store due to the fact that I own the store and I run the tournaments. It's kind of like, do you drive card company? No, I just make cars. Listen, I would love to play in tournaments in my store. I did a sneak preview this weekend, and it was packed with Yu-Gi-Oh players. I would have loved to just grab me 5 packs, sit down, and it's like, listen, whoever wins or loses, just the winners tell me who you won at the end of the rounds, and I play Yu-Gi-Oh with everybody. The problem is KONAMI will not let me do that. They'll not let any tournament organizer, not just store owner, tournament organizer, which can be separated. Most majority of the time it's not, play in their own events. Can I get hired for your own supply, unfortunately? And it kind of stinks, because I would love to play my own events and have someone else become a tournament organizer for the day to run the event so I can enjoy my Yu-Gi-Ohs. Unfortunately, that's not in the cards. And that can't happen. I really wish it could, though, and it's not that way. It's never going to work out that way. I can't play my own locals. I can't play any Yu-Gi-Oh events I run from my store. KONAMI has me down as the person running my events. They have us down as my store, so I will never be able to play in my store. With that said, there's no Yu-Gi-Oh locals down the block. I can walk over and play in their locals, which is kind of cool. I think it still gives me the ability to play to play Yu-Gi-Oh. I just wish my next locals near me that does Yu-Gi-Oh events isn't 2.5 hours away. That's a longer drive. Now, hopefully that answers your question. And like I said, guys, if you have any more questions, please comment them down below. I would love to read all your questions. I always do. And I would love to read your next question and then my next Market Watch video. Anyway, guys, please make sure to subscribe, hit the like button, and you paisanos have a great day.